preparation for serving tea, the tea selection, invitation to the party, closure. So now we have all these activities and processes. So how would you start from this? So first of all, in order for you to know that we are going to have a party, tea party, it has to be an invitation from the tea party. So this is the starting point, yeah? Because otherwise you don't know that we are going to have a party. So I'm going to send you an invitation that, look, today at 11:30 we are having a tea party. The next one, it's, so you got the invitation and you're going to come, so you answer that. In order to make the tea, we have to prepare of the kettle tea. Yeah? So we have a, because we are many people, we have a big kettle. We put a lot of water and we put it on the stove or something to heat it up.
What if I want coffee?
Well, in
I
this
guess
case,
it's a part of the
okay, you can have instant coffee. You can have instant coffee. So now, I'm assuming there are quite a number of people here. I'm assuming not everybody is drinking the same kind of tea. Yeah? So this is a, we have to have a decision. What kind of tea do you want? So in order to prepare the invitation party, normally I would send the invitation, please, if you come, please mention what kind of tea you have. But this is a decision. So I invited you, I have 10 types of tea. So now you have to choose what kind of tea you want to drink. So the next one is tea preparation. So I have the water is boiled. So now what I have to do, I have each to put, depends on how you prepare the tea. If it's instant tea or if it's, I have 10 kettles of tea or I have 1 kettle of water and you put yourself what kind of tea you want. And then it's preparation for serving them. So someone is going to prepare the cups with a nice spoon and with sugar and so on. And the next step is serving the tea. So someone is going to come to you with a cup and sugar and a spoon and with tea, and you put the tea in the water and you leave it to simmer. And then you drink the tea. So this is a closure. So now it was a basic process. So now it gets a little bit more complicated and it's going to end up in a real process. So in order to invite you for the tea party, I have to have a list of participants. Yeah? So otherwise I can't invite you. So then, in order to prepare a kettle for tea, I need kettle and the water. So these are the requirements on the right side. There are left, right, depend on you see. You see the requirements on what we have to have in order to have a successful tea party. So first of all, we need a list of participants. Then we need, for the second activity, we need a kettle and water. What is going to be the outcome of that? The outcome is going to be the boiled water. Then, in order to have a decision, the requirements, what are the inputs for the decision? The assortment of tea. What is the output? It's by, if you, and here usually when you have a decision, you have a yes or no. So if I don't have the assortment, all the assortments of tea that you need, I have to go and buy another kind of tea.
And as you notice, I mean, that you can definitely add some phrases like drafting the list of participants and inviting, then selecting where to hold the tea party. There could be additional things, and obviously somebody has to clean it up as well. You need to tell where it's happening, how it's exactly happening, so you can complicate it as much as you want. But this is a very simple case.
And as you can see, if I don't have the right kind of tea, then I have to buy another tea, and that goes to another process, which is not in this
procurement.
Then, so now I have all kinds of tea, everything is fine. So tea preparation, what do I need? What are the inputs? The boiled water and the tea. after the tea preparation, the output is the tea is ready. What is the next step? The process is the activities preparation for serving them. What are the inputs? I need mugs, I need milk, I need sugar, I need teaspoons, and everything. So then prepares the tea. What is the output? Tea is ready to be served. So then the next, now the output tea is ready to be served. It's the last output that goes to serving the tea. So what is the output after serving the tea? Tea is ready to be drank. And then it's a closure. After you drink the tea, you take photos and you put the photos on the Facebook. So that's the output of the whole process. Now, in order to have the same process more explicit, I have to have who is responsible for each action. So on the left side, on the right side, depends how you look at it, I have for step number one, who is in charge of invitation to tea party? The organizer, which agrees with participants for the tea party, invites participants for the tea party. Step number two, preparation of kettle and tea. Who is going to be responsible for that? It's the organizer's assistant who walk kettle to tap, fills it with water, and walk back to the base. Places kettle on the base. We are talking of this electrical thing. Plugs base into the mains and switches on. Then tea selection. What is the process? So the organizer is responsible for that. So presents participants with available assortment of tea. And participants reach consensus which tea will be used. So this is from the decision process. Then, tea preparation. Who is responsible? Who is going to be in charge for that? So the organizer's assistant puts tea bags in teapot, pour over boiling water from the kettle, and leave tea to steep in boiling water. Next step, preparation for serving tea. Who is in charge of that? Organizer. Bring mugs, teaspoons, sugar and milk, pour the tea into the mugs. So as you can see, you have for each step of this process, you have a responsible who is going to do the activities and what are going to be the outputs. So for the closure, participants and organizers are going to be the responsible, who are going to enjoy tea drinking, have a good meeting, and put picture on Facebook. So this is a model of a flowchart, which on one page you can have a lot of information. So you see all the activities that are part of the process, all the inputs and outputs. You can subdivide this process in sub-processes, and you have also who is in charge and what are the actions that they have to be taken. So as you can see, just having a tea party, you can have a complicated flowchart, but which is very, very comprehensive. And I think...
I have a question.
Yeah.
When the process seems to stop at the point where the tea is supposed to be served, when the process seems to stop, like somebody is responsible but it's not been done, who comes online to make sure that that's done? Is it the process owner or the manager? Or the
Well, which one? Serving the tea?
yes, serving the tea.
Well, it says that organizer's assistant. It's the responsibility of the assistant of the organizer to serve the tea.
Yes, but it looks like he's not serving the tea.
Yeah, and he is responsible.
So who bring him to remember that you are responsible to serve?
What the organizer? So the responsibility of the whole process is the organizer. He's the process owner.
So is that the process owner? That's the process owner.
No, the organizer is the process owner.
Owner. So
No, actually, the organizer is not the process owner because you have different processes. The organizer is responsible for the success of the tea party. So the overall responsibility is on the organizer.
Before starting, the organizer goes through the different roles and responsibilities, so everybody knows who has responsibility for what. That's the division of responsibilities that like you will have in all your contracts. So then it should be clear, and if something is not working, they just need to then correct the deviation.
Yeah, and of course, as the organizer and the person responsible for this, you can cascade the responsibility to your assistants and so on. But the overall responsibility for the success of the party is on the organizer.
Can I comment?
Yeah,
Clearly, you have to distinguish the process owner might be in this case the organizer. Usually, it's not. Usually, it's not. That does not mean that maybe it is a restaurant. No, it's not a good example. But in a restaurant, say maybe the process owner is somebody who is in the management of the restaurant and defines this kind of process. So the process owner is not even involved in that, because he had designed his process and had he had developed the real authority that the process have to be like this must be top management. Any process has been approved by top management. And you have clearly to distinguish the process owner is not responsible if one who is nominated to be the responsible for one of the activity fails. No, never. No, never. It cannot be. But it's clear, if it's not done as required, then another process works. That is a kind of human resource management. That means a complaint, and it goes to the management. That is a totally different system, issue. And then it goes through maybe HR or through the manager, and they will give penalty or punish him or whatever. So, or make other activities. Don't mix. The process owner is not responsible when somebody do not perform as requested.
So
What the process owner can do is to control by indicators that there will always will be violation and somebody is not acting as in real life, and to control that. To a certain limit, you cannot prevent from that. But if permanently things are going wrong and people not follow the procedure, then that must be visible with the indicators, and then the management have to take actions. Either the process is wrong, then you have to rearrange or the architecture, or look whether you have appropriate people, scraps, whether you have appropriate scraps, or there is no safety culture or whatever. That is other things.
So the process owner has to make sure that the process is the right process, it's well described, so that everybody understands what is done, and the process reflects the procedure, and the procedures are reflecting the process. But he's not the responsible person if the process goes wrong due to other things. The process owner has to make sure that the process is the right, follows the right steps, and it's always updated. If something is changed, the process is changed, the procedures are changed, the people are trained, and so on.
So it means that let's say in the security process, when security is breached on the line, the top hierarchy management is not to be blamed. Maybe the security department might be blamed.
But the responsibility is with the management.
It's to management, not to the security department.
Well,
You
it depends on how
you need to investigate what the real root cause.
Yeah.
but
It's not a strict line.
How do you think that I would say anything about responsibilities based on such a generic statement? Because you need to go and see what really happened.
you have to know.
Responsibility.
One of the key messages is a management system itself do not guarantee that people follow what should be done.
Remember this for the afternoon.
That is leadership, and that is his turn.
And culture.
And for example, in this example, the Tea Party meeting, the responsibility for the Tea Party success is not the process owner, it's the organizer. So if something goes wrong, whatever happens behind the scenes, it's something else. But the responsibility for the success of the party is the organizer.
Okay.
I think that's it.